Alrighty, ladies, gentlemen, theys and thems. I have 20 minutes before I gotta go, so I'm gonna try to do this all in one take. Um, First of all, I don't make YouTube videos. This is my first. Um, I've tried two for years, but I try to make it perfect, and then I don't end up putting out any videos because it's never perfect. So this one is gonna be terrible. You'll probably hear my cat screaming in the background. The gameplay is bad. Like, dude, I got a shit ass computer. It's not gonna process well. Um, all right, on to the bread and butter of this video, the meat and potatoes. Um, I'm genuinely I'm kind of dissatisfied with life. Not with life. I have a good life. I'm dissatisfied with myself. Um, I think is the core of the issue. I've got a lot of like emotions um, going on that I usually don't. Like, okay, so in the past, I'd say emotions were like different, like blocks of dyed glass in Minecraft on top of a beacon, right? So like they changed the color of the beacon light, like red and blue makes purple or whatever the fuck. Um, but I don't know. This last week, it's felt more like a rat king or like a pile of worms intertwined, like each worm or each worm their own its own emotion, and I can't really make any sense of it. So I'm hoping that just sitting here and pretty much talking to myself will help me sort it out and also get the ball rolling for this. Excuse me, for this YouTube shit. Um, so all right, first things. All right, in all honesty, I hate my job. Right, classic American. Who doesn't hate their job? I'm overworked, underpaid. Um, But the issue is I work at like a mom and pop shop, and if I'm overworked, so are the bosses, right? Because they're in there too, um, doing their best. Um, they need to figure something out because this is unsustainable. My mental like I hate my job, but I can't quit because of the like very few people I work with. They can't handle anymore on their plate. Right. So and I've been there 3 years. So as soon as I leave, dude, shit's gonna start hitting the fan pretty much. So I feel trapped in my job. And this is the longest I've ever had a job. Before this was 6 months at Walmart, and I had over 50 plus confirmed missed days over those 6 months. So so 3 years now is a really big leap for me. Um, and the worst part is like I could deal with stress. I work at a barbecue, so I'm just making food. I'm making sandwiches. Um, I can live with that, but each time I show up, I get like berated for the things I did or didn't do or things I've done wrong the day before. Um, and dude, it's just oh my god, it eats away at me. It really does. Um, so that's one I'm sure a lot of people could relate with. Second thing is I think I've always struggled with a lack of self worth. I think after a lot of like reflection, I think I've come to the realization that my self worth is determined by how other people view me, which isn't healthy at all. Because if that's the case, you don't be your own person. You wear masks and you cater yourself and your personality to the people around you, right? So you're perceived better, and thus you're worth talking to. Um, so I need to stop that. Um, I have, as a person, I have a very growth oriented mindset. Like I'm not happy being where I am. I want to be more than myself. Um, I don't like being bad at things, which I think is good, but I think it's unhealthy the way I'm going about it. Uh, and because of this growth oriented mindset, I'm constantly like watching and critiquing what I'm doing. Um, like in every aspect of life. When I play games, when I try to play music, even now, I'm like I take breaks because I'm like, oh, I could have said that better. It's stupid. Shit. But because I'm constantly observing my flaws to find different ways to improve, it it it, it it makes it very hard for me to take a compliment. Like someone's like, "Oh, you're so good at that," but I'm like, "Okay, I mean, I'm okay at this, but I mean, I could be better." And there's so many people who are better than me already, right? One thing I learned from Star Wars: there's always a bigger fish, and this ties back to work, uh, because like they're constantly in my face telling me how terrible I am at doing my job and how I should know better after 3 years, and trust me, I'm giving my 100% to this business, everything I have. And I'm by no means incompetent. Like it's hard work in that kitchen. Once again, not the hardest, right? It's not the oil fields, but I think I think my attitude towards self worth and the way they treat me is a really bad um, combination. I think being berated for my failures is making my mental health significantly worse. Um, Significantly worse. And it's like it's gotten to the point where I fuck something up, like in my own life or when I'm alone, and I just hear this like cacophony of just hateful self talk in my head. Because I'm just livid that I would mess up. I should know better. Why am I fucking? What am I, stupid? And I probably am, but and I think that didn't start until work got crazy. So I think I need to quit. But I don't. This is more obligation where I can't do that to my coworkers because I really enjoy them. Like one in particular, I'm not going to say their name, but he inspires me. He really does. He got me to pick up the piano and start listening to classical music, which I'm never not gonna stop listening to classical music. That shit goes crazy. Holy shit! But that's a different video. Um, Speaking of just music in general, I haven't been pursuing my passions or goals, um, which I think is another thing that's taking a toll on me mentally. Um, Another reason for my perpetual dissatisfaction with myself as a person, um, and just my mild misery, if you'd go as far to say. All right. First, I'll tell you what some of my goals are. Each year, I have three New Year's resolutions. Um, they're not so much like, oh, I'm gonna do this for this year. I'm gonna keep my room clean, or I'm gonna go to the gym. No, they're concrete goals that I either succeed at or I fail. Each year, I have three of these. Right. This year, one is money related. Um, I'm not going to get into the specifics of that because I don't want you guys knowing how rich I am. um, I am pretty well off, uh, luckily enough, but I'll probably cut that part out. Right, so one's money related, the other is a secret. I'm not going to tell you guys or anybody in real life for that matter. And the third one is the one I do want to talk about. I want to make my first album. I want to make and drop it, release it, probably under the same name, Giuseppe. It I don't know, just the name Giuseppe speaks to me. I don't know why, and no one uses it because I'm pretty sure I made it up. I mean, it sounds a lot like Giuseppe, but that's a whole different spelling. Um, but I'm disappointed in myself because I'm not practicing the piano like I wanted to. Um, so like because I'm not practicing the piano, it's gonna make it infinitely harder to make my first album. I don't know how to play instruments, any of them. Like I just started this year actually. What is it? It's February 4th at the time of recording this. Um, so I'm like two months in to, or yeah, 2 months into playing piano. I still don't know shit. Um, but I really want to be good at it. But I'm not gonna get any better if I don't actually sit down and study, and that's tricky for me. I don't know. I don't know why, because I love it. I love it so much, but I can't bring myself to do what I love. Like, what kind of fucking stupid bullshit is that? What kind of. It doesn't make sense. That being said, I'm still trying, right? I think learning how to read sheet music is a very good step. I mean, you don't need to know how to read sheet music to make an album, but it's still being like music mindful, or maybe I'm just making excuses for me to not be typing on the keys. I don't know. Um, and I have been writing lyrics as well, so that's pretty cool. I think it's cool. Probably only a fourth of them are usable, and maybe a fraction of that fourth is actually good. But see, there I go again. No self worth, dude. I can't. I gotta talk to a therapist about that, dude. But who? I mean, I ain't trying to spend that kind of money. So instead of pursuing my passions and achieving my goals for the year, I've been playing video games like this one right now. If you're curious what game this is, it's Killing Floor 1. There's a second one that's out and a third one on the way. Right now, this is my favorite map. It's West London. Um, I don't know why it's my favorite. It just really is. Um, yeah, I've been playing a lot of games, and given a lot of the games I've been playing have been with friends, which I think is for the best. But when I play games alone, at that point it's just an escape from reality. Like I'm running from my problems, and I'm running from reality. I'm escaping. It's escapism, and I feel like that ties a little too closely into hedonism for my taste. Um, which we'll get into philosophy for a different video. If you're curious, um, I do consider myself an absurdist. With yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. But I do think it's good that I'm playing games with friends. I think that's fine because all my friends are online, right? Like they used to be in person friends, but then I moved halfway across the country to live in a place I can actually afford, and now I'm financially stable, and they aren't, because they stayed. And luckily, I put myself in a position where I can have money, and now I can give them like loans and shit, which is nice. But it also creates this like weird dynamic in the friendship of them. Um, not with all my friends, right? Like some of them, like it really doesn't matter, and I don't care. I really don't care. But other people do. Like I have some friends, their pride is just too big, right? And the fact that I had to ask for help at all, it just like tears them up inside. And I don't blame them. Um, I'm a greedy bastard. I can't blame other people for being prideful. Um, it's a pick your poison situation. Um, yeah, I think that's where I'm at. And on top of all this, there's a girl I love back home actually, and I visit uh, not super often, but pretty often. At least like once a year, I revisit, and I've been here 3 4 years or something. But we've dated twice, and I'm not gonna get into that full all of it because I don't want to. But she's dumped me twice now. The first time was 5 years ago, and the second time was in October, so 3 months ago. Um, and it really messed me up. It did, and I think I'm still in that funk because I genuinely love this girl, and I have for so long, and she's made it very apparent that she doesn't love me, that she likes me. She likes me when it's convenient. That's what she's been showing me. Um, and I'm not convenient to like. I'm just not. So she doesn't, and that's fair. I can't blame her. I don't hate her for it. It just hurts. Um, and don't get me wrong. I've tried to move on so many times. So many. I've lost count. Um, but I think this time I really need to. And I think if I don't move on this time, my self worth will it won't make any progress. I'm gonna forever be not forever. Life is long, or maybe I'll die in a car crash tomorrow. Who knows? But what I'm getting at is I have to utilize the power of self respect to move on. To move on, I deserve someone who actually cares about me, and you do too. To the one or two people who are listening. I have 3 subscribers. Who the fuck is subscribed to me, dude? I don't know how to I don't know how to look at who's subscribed. I just see that I have 3. So well, that's the end of this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, I guess. Comment. I'm gonna be doing monthly music reviews coming up soon, probably closer to beginning of next month. I listen to a lot of albums each month. I'm going to be ranking and reviewing them. 2025, yeah. I didn't listen to many in January. I think none, or maybe 3. So I'm probably not going to do one for January, but I will do one for February. So get ready for that. Or don't. It's whatever. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. All right, cool. See ya.